Boxing fans, what's up? How y'all doing? Happy 2018. How was y'all 2017 if it was good for you? For me, 2017 was above average. You know, I did a lot of good things 2017. There was a big upward movement in terms of my psychologically, financially, physically, you know what I'm saying? But it has its trials too, especially in the beginning, but everything kind of worked out. Like, okay, one thing I'll say about 2017 is, you know, there were two things that was kind of messing with me in 2017. Two major things. And both of them got completely destroyed. Like, I overcame both situations. So you got to give props to that. Thanks to God for that. Now we're in a new year. So whatever 2017 was for y'all, I hope you all learned from it. 2018, let's do good things. As it relates to boxing, 2017 was great. We had McGregor, Mayweather, even though they didn't mean shit, but that was an entertaining time because everybody was glued to the TV, don't lie. We had Rigondeaux, Lomachenko, we had Klitschko fighting Tony Joshua, we had Lemieux, that wonderful match between Lemieux and Billy Joe Saunders. We saw the Charlo brothers do great things. You know what I'm saying? We finally saw Canelo Golovkin. It was a great year. It was a great year of boxing. You know what I'm saying? It was a lovely year. But 2018, how they start the way I started. I made pound for pound video last year, you know what I'm saying, around when I started, you know what I'm saying, when I started posting videos and stuff. So this is another one, pound for pound. Now, you know, this is pound for pound is opinion based, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's whatever you think. It's just what I think, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't agree with it, that's cool. Let's talk boxing, you know what I'm saying? Let me see your opinion. Now, I'm not talking to the idiots that want to come over here and start being racial. You know what I'm saying? Or people that just can't talk without cursing. Like, yo, what the fuck? Nah, you're just going to get blocked. I don't even know. Don't you have jobs or something? Like, if you want to have dialogue, have dialogue. If you don't like the video, just leave. You know what I'm saying? Don't waste your own time. But for the boxing fans, the ones that actually watch boxing, and you know, some people watch boxing a lot. Some people, they love boxing, but they have to work sometimes, so they need some of the fights. Some people ain't even got that much bread to pay for all these channels. That's why we're happy for all these PBC and all these new things, you know what I'm saying, that you can watch fights for free. Just say it how you think, you know, what you think. You know what I'm saying? Just tell me what you think in the comment section, you know, where you would rate the fighters that I'm rating and stuff like that. No big deal, you know what I'm saying? We don't get paid from their money. You know what I'm saying? No strings attached. So, these are some of the things that I used, you know what I'm saying, to rate these guys. And if you watch my last video, I did the same thing. The first one is skills. And I rate that 30% because skills, all these fighters have been trained from day one on how to throw a perfect jab. You know what I'm saying? How to throw a uppercut, how to throw a hook. That's what they've been doing. So skills pay the bills and skills matter. So if you want to be a top, a pound for pound fighter on my list, you know what I'm saying, I need to acknowledge that, man, this guy has some skills. You know what I'm saying? I need to, you know what I'm saying, be excited to watch certain, you know what I'm saying? You should have all the fundamentals down packed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be skillful a little. You feel me? So 30% skills. The next one is dominance. And when I say dominance, I mean dominance in, you know what I'm saying, who are you fighting and the weight classes you're fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you struggling through fights? You know what I'm saying? Are you, quote unquote, Mexican style true fights? And then, you know what I'm saying? Always bleeding, broken this, broken that. You know what I'm saying? That's dominance. And who you fighting? Because you could be beating all these whack fighters, somebody that's not really up to par, or you cherry picking in terms of, oh, this guy is not ready, let me pick him now. No. And who you fighting? The matchups. Are you fighting legit fighters? How many have you fought and how did you beat them? That's what dominance is. Also, I have, and dominance, I rate dominance 15%. Weight classes. How many weight classes have you moved up? Because to a higher extent, right, pound for pound pretty much means the way you fight. How many people can you beat compared to other fighters? The way you fight. You know what I'm saying? So, if you haven't moved up in weight class, I'm not saying, you know, you could end up in the pound for pound list. But it says a lot about the era. When people are ending up in pound for pound lists and they've not even moved up in no weight classes. Let's just keep that in mind. Boxing fans, let me know what y'all think. It says a lot about the era when you're having pound for pound fighters that have not even moved up in no weight class. That's weird. Now we're gonna talk about money / the business of boxing / your popularity. Because guys, we gotta keep you 100. It matters. By the way, the weight class is 15%. Money matters. You know what I'm saying? Who you are is how popular a fighter is matters because this is a sport. If you have one fighter that's bringing outsiders or decafs to the sports, you know what I'm saying, making people watch boxing again, you gotta, me personally, yeah, I give that some kind of point, which is 10. I give it 10%. I like fighters that they know how to sell themselves. I just do because that's what it is. That's what you need people to watch the sport for the sport to thrive. You know what I'm saying? So those kind of fighters, pound for pound, I'm giving them 10%. I'm rating that 10%. So that's one of the criteria that I'm looking at. The last criteria I'm looking at, you know what I'm saying, is let's just say fan base. You know what I'm saying? The true boxing fans, people that really box in the league. Because in every sport, you know what I'm saying, you have the guys that watch the sport, that are entertained about the sport. And then you have the guys that are really into the sport. You know what I'm saying? They're like, watch every fight, break it down. You know what I'm saying? What do they think about you? Now you have to be careful about those kind of guys because the thing about them is, some of them, they form this kind of cult to certain kind of fighters or to a fighter, but most of them just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? They're just saying what's real according to how they know it. So what do those guys think about you? That matters. You know, it's kind of like the fans, the main fans, the reason why the sport exists, the heartbeat of the sport, the real fans, the ones that will watch no matter what. The ones that, you know what I'm saying? The ones that will buy their pay-per-view or will watch it or will stay tuned, will talk about it, will keep the sport alive. Those guys are important. What do they think about you? The true ones, though. And there will be, I rate that like 10%. Then legitimate wins. Who did you beat? Now, I talked about the weight class stuff, but this is different. Like, now I'm not even talking about weight class or whatever. I'm just, who did you beat? You know what I'm saying? That's very important. You need to know who you beat. And when I say who you beat, if you're going to be pound for pound, it has to be legitimate guys that you beat. You can't just be some fake dudes like somebody, you know what I'm saying, just piling up numbers and shit. You got to beat somebody that we know that, okay, whew, let me just give you guys an instance. When Errol Spence beat Kell Brook, everybody recognized that, man, that's a good win. Even though, there's some people that feel like, well, Kell Brook came up from 160 after he fought Golovkin. Dude, no, I don't care about that shit. I watched that fight, okay? I saw the fight. Errol Spence beating Kell Brook was major because I picked Kell Brook to win that fight, okay? Errol Spence really... Kell Brook was outboxing him, but that's why this list is not just all about skills. You know what I'm saying? You could have more skills than somebody. Somebody could just overwheel you to the point where they won. Okay, without further ado, let's go. My number 10, pound for pound fighter, number 10. And this number 10, remember, this is my point of view. You guys say yours, but don't be disrespectful. Just be cordial. You know what I'm saying? Any crazy shit, you block. Number 10, I gave it to Aleksandar Lara. And my number 10, I had to think between Aleksandar Lara and Kovalev. Yes, Kovalev did not make my number 10, my 10 pound for pound. He did not. He made it last year, but this year, no. Because I had to really think about some stuff. It's all about the guys that are, you know what I'm saying, they're in the list right now. I gave it to Aleksandar Lara. Why? Aleksandar Lara, we all know, when somebody wants to fight Aleksandar Lara, they automatically have to understand that, oh, you're about to fight a boxer, a very skillful southpaw. Tell me one person that's about to fight Aleksandar Lara and is not worthy. Especially if you're the kind of people that just depend on one punch and power, and you can't really move a box. So in the skill department, Aleksandar Lara is A+. You know what I'm saying? Aleksandar Lara, think about it. Just think about what Lara has done. Lara has beaten Ishe Smith, right? Lara has beaten Rodriguez, Matsusayan. Like, Lara fought Canelo. I'm telling you, today, I feel Lara won their fight. I'm sorry, I just feel Lara won the fight. Like, Lara is legit. Lara is top 10. And when I was trying to choose top 10 between Lara and Kovalev, but I couldn't choose Kovalev. You know what I'm saying? Because Kovalev fought, Kovalev is, for his weight class, is kind of big, but fuck that. That's still his weight class. But apart from Andre Ward, you know what I'm saying, and John Pascal, you feel me? Which he both fought them twice. Everybody else that Kovalev beat, you know what I'm saying, and he lost to Andre Ward twice. So, but Lara, Paul Smith beat Lara, but I'm telling you today, I felt Lara won that fight. Canelo beat Lara, I felt Lara won that fight. So to me, Lara is kind of undefeated, and Lara is a very good fighter. You know what I'm saying? So I put him at number 10. Now, some of the things that he doesn't have a vast fan base, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of killed him. That's why he got demoted all the way to 10. Kovalev does, but hey, skills to me is 30%. Dominance in weight class is 15%. Lara, to me, is more dominant, you know what I'm saying, at his weight class, especially for everything he's done. Kovalev is, but you have to understand, Kovalev is the upper echelon of his weight class. But there's not a lot of skillful fighters in there. He hasn't fought Adonis Stevenson. So, you know what I'm saying? Like the best fighters in that weight class, we all know them. Is Adonis Stevenson, Andre Ward, and Kovalev. And they've not fought each other. So, I just got to pit Lara, man. You know what I'm saying? For number 10. And if you feel otherwise, explain why you think that's not the case. Number 9, I give it to Errol Spence. I don't even think I need to explain why Errol Spence is pound for pound. Everybody knows that. The only thing that makes him number 9 to me is that Errol Spence beat Kell Brook, and that made me conclude that he's a special fighter. But I have to see a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? He knocked out Bundu, knocked out the white boy. You know what I'm saying? That Packard couldn't even knock out. So I give him props for that. You know what I'm saying? I say white boy, not disrespectful. I just don't remember his name. So no racist here. I'm sorry for that. If anybody's whatever. Okay. Oh, Chris Algieri. Yeah, he beat Chris Algieri. You feel me? So yeah, Errol Spence is legit, but I gotta see more. You know what I'm saying? He's still at 147. He hasn't moved up weight classes. It's kind of big for his weight class, but that's his weight class. But he hasn't moved up. He hasn't fought Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't fought Danny Garcia. He hasn't fought Sean Porter. You feel me? So he's about to fight Peterson, but even if he beat Peterson, he still haven't fought. You know what I'm saying? I know he wants those fights, but those guys are not giving it to him. But hey, he's still young. Don't worry. You get your chance, Errol. Number 9, pound for pound fighter. Legit. As it relates to like, you know what I'm saying, like money that he brings to boxing, he's getting there, he's getting famous, but we'll see. But for now, number 9, you know what I'm saying, good fighter. Number 8, I give it to Gennady Golovkin. Gennady Golovkin. Now, I know a lot of people won't agree, and I've seen some lists where Gennady Golovkin is number 1. Unfortunately, when those lists like ESPN, they don't really explain in details why. They just kind of, but if you're thinking that Golovkin is number 1, please explain here or whatever. If you think I'm cutting them short, explain. But let me tell you why. Golovkin, I give number 8 because everybody else that I put ahead of Golovkin has now moved weight classes. Is still fighting at the same weight class. You know what I'm saying? In that weight class, the only legit people that Golovkin has fought is Daniel Jacob, Canelo Alvarez, and I would say David Lemieux. He beat David Lemieux impressively, but so did Billy Joe Saunders. So you can't really, it's hard to call, to say, okay, oh, this guy is so good because Billy Joe Saunders beat Lemieux better than Golovkin beat him. As far as I'm concerned, it was a master class of boxing. You feel me? Then you fought Daniel Jacobs, you know what I'm saying? And I felt Daniel Jacobs won that fight. There's a lot of boxing people that felt Daniel Jacobs won the fight. You fought Canelo. There's a lot of boxing people that felt Canelo won the fight. And it was a draw. So you can't, last year it was I am a pound for pound. But now that I'm actually seeing these fights, I can't put Gennady Golovkin over the people that I have in front of him. Like number 7, I have Jermell Charlo. Can anybody here really put Golovkin ahead of Charlo, the brother? Number 1, the brother just moved up in weight class, so they just gave him. Those guys has been winning. They've been knocking everybody out. The guy has been knocking everybody out. He's been knocking everybody out. He beat Austin Trout. He beat Bondrich. He beat Julian Williams. Austin Trout fought Canelo, I'm telling you, I think Canelo won the fight. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people I thought Trout won the fight. And I'm sorry, there's a lot of people that thought Trout won the fight. But even if you give it to Canelo, it's not a robbery, but I think it was hella close. This Austin Trout is a good fighter. You know that. Charlo beat him. Charlo beat him. You know, he beat Julian Williams. You know, they've just done more. So I'm sorry. Number 7 is Charlo. And number 8 is Golovkin. Your opinion, put it down in the respectfully, please. You know, let me see what y'all think. Number 6, I give to Keith Thurman. Because Keith Thurman, now, I believe that Errol Spence would beat Keith Thurman. I used to think Keith Thurman would beat Errol Spence, but with the way he's ducking them, you know, because for me, will is very important to me. Guys like Errol Spence, you have to make them doubt, even before you get in the ring. But that's my opinion. I'm giving Keith Thurman number 6 because even though I feel like that, the fight hasn't happened yet. So I have to rate Keith Thurman on what he has done and his accomplished greatness. He has like 3 belts on the welterweight. He beat Garcia already. He beat Sean Porter already. As far as I'm concerned, all he had to do is beat Errol Spence, and you know what I'm saying. But he hasn't moved up weight class. But he's a dominant guy. He's dominant. You know what I'm saying? He's dominant. Some fights are close like that. The Garcia fight to me is not close. The Sean Porter fight is close, but I think there was a definite winner. But I give him props because of the kind of people he beat. You know what I'm saying? He beats guys that are tough. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard to be in welterweight and you already beat Sean Porter, you already beat Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? But I'll put him there for now. He might drop. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what he does for the rest of the year and how it looks. But we got to call what we see. Number 5, I give to Canelo Alvarez. Canelo, the thing about Canelo is this, right? When it comes to like who Canelo brings to the fan, what Canelo brings to boxing, he gets a full 10%, a full 10 points of that because Canelo is one of the guys is one of the pay-per-view kings in boxing as we speak. So you got to give him props. He has a very loyal fan base. You know what I'm saying? Canelo, in terms of skills, he's good. Canelo got some skills, but he's not a mobile fighter. He's a flat-footed fighter. We all know that. But when you rate the flat-footed fighters in boxing, Canelo is going to be somewhere at the top in terms of boxing skill. That's a fact. But amongst all boxers, he's decent. You know, he's not mobile like he doesn't have that. The skills and shit. He has it, but you can't compare it to certain guys. Like for instance, Canelo will always have big problems with Lara because of Lara's style. You know, pure boxing. Dominance in weight class. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty. The thing about Canelo is you can't say he has a lot of close fights, but he fought those guys. The thing you have to give Canelo props for is every close fight he has is, you felt he lost, but then you felt like, man, these people, he must be tough because they kind of try to avoid him. So that them avoiding him, you know what I'm saying, and him doing a little is making it close, and he's making it easy for people to steal the fight. The only person that did it perfectly to him was Floyd, where, avoided him, but he couldn't steal nothing because the pop shot and the clean punches was obvious, and he wasn't hitting Floyd at all. But with Lara, Lara hit him more. Lara avoided him though, so when he was hitting Lara to the body, that was kind of counting. The same thing with Trout, but he still fought them. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't embarrass him. So Canelo is a top. You know what I'm saying? He's a top fighter, and you have to really know what you're doing because if you don't have if you can't be mobile for a long time, Canelo would knock your ass out. You know what I'm saying? So Canelo, and when Canelo fought Golovkin, I felt Golovkin kind of edged the fight out, but you know what I'm saying? It's just out of the fact that the way Golovkin has been talked up, you kind of feel propelled to give Canelo the fight because Golovkin didn't do nothing in that fight. Canelo, the story of the fight was Canelo just got tired and Canelo did, and Golovkin chased him, and Golovkin was just did more. So let me give. But at the end of the day, Golovkin, if he's this bad guy that HBO says, he should have knocked Canelo. I'm not even going to go there because we're talking about something else. So Canelo is number 5. Number 4 is Guillermo Rigondeaux. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, Guillermo Rigondeaux, why? He just got beat by Lomachenko. Okay, Lomachenko beat Guillermo Rigondeaux. That don't mean all these other fighters are going to take the fight tomorrow and say, oh, Scott Quigg, all them guys. Or Frampton. Hey, Lomachenko beat Uganda. Ring it out. That's fine. No, they're still not. They're still ducking them because the man is still great. He lost to Lomachenko. Yeah, Lomachenko is good. He came from 122. You can't hold that against him. If he was in your pound for pound, he should still be there. Because, I mean, who else can you call? I mean, it's surprising. You know what I'm saying? It's not surprising that Lomachenko beat him because Lomachenko is that good. Plus, he was the smaller guy. So, do your own list or just put what you think. But in my list, the number ring it out is still number 4 pound for pound fighter. Number 3 pound for pound would be the Matrix, Lomachenko. A lot of people are going to be like, whoa, Lomachenko is number 1. Look, I'm just talking to the real boxing fans. If you feel like what I'm saying is not legit, let me see what you think. Lomachenko is number 3 because the people that I have ahead of Lomachenko is hard. Look, I got to keep it 100. I got to tell you what I see. It's hard for me to put Lomachenko above them. Lomachenko only has a couple of fights, and he already lost one. You know what I'm saying? He has a very legit, you know what I'm saying, amateur career, but we're talking professionals here, okay? He's good. He just beat Rigondeaux. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, but Rigondeaux was coming from 122. He beat the black dude, the Jamaican cat, you know what I'm saying, Nicholas Walters, and that's a legit win, but Walters hasn't really fought for like a year. It was like, you know what I'm saying, it was laid off a little before he fought him. But hey, he beat him. You know what I'm saying he has some legitimate. I mean, he's number 3, son. He's number 3. I can't put him ahead of these 2 guys that I'm about to call. You know, you guys could say what you think, but I don't know. I just can't put him ahead of these guys. Everybody else I could put him ahead of because of his skills, because I see his skills. When it comes to the skills, I give him 30%. I think Lomachenko has a young man's style because it depends on his leg to really fight. So as he gets older, it's going to be interesting to see if he improvises his style because the legs will be the first to go. You can't move like that, you know, for an extensive period in your career. But we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? But Lomachenko is number 3 to me. Lomachenko still get hit, but Lomachenko is yet to fight somebody that is active. You guys just listen to me. Somebody that's active, right? The same weight or bigger in weight. You know what I'm saying? And renowned for their skills or their precision. Which is why it's very important for him to fight Mikey Garcia. So I think Lomachenko is number 3, which brings me to my number 2. My number 2 is 4-time. I don't know if it's 3-time, I gotta look it up. 3-time or 4-time multiple weight division champion, Mikey Garcia. I listen to a lot of people doing pound for pound list and all that stuff. Dude, how can you sit here and claim you know boxing and call Lomachenko ahead of Mikey Garcia? We can sit here and say a fighter is fast, is this, is that. But we have to actually see fights. You have to win. We have to see fights before we judge on who's good or who's not good. You cannot put Lomachenko ahead of Mikey Garcia. Lomachenko has not done enough. Mikey Garcia is proven. Most of the people that Lomachenko has beat, the remnants of Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia has beaten them when he was a lot younger. E.g., Solito, and a lot more. Go look it up. That's not what this fight, you're going to have to go look it up on your own. If we keep it 1,000, if we keep it boxing, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to put Lomachenko ahead of Mikey Garcia. I don't even really like Mikey Garcia because Mikey Garcia's style is not the kind of style that I like. But the guy is dominant. Mikey Garcia is number 2. And Mikey Garcia, he has the skills. You know what I'm saying? And skills, I give him like 22% out of 30. He's dominant in every weight class. He moved up. You know what I'm saying? If he could beat, if he could fight the guy with the Bob Billions, the Adrian Broner's boy, if he could beat him, there will be some worth seeing. I hope that fight happens. You know what I'm saying? Mikey Garcia, I mean, this guy, you know what I'm saying, he beat Adrian Broner, you know what I'm saying, coming from 135 to beat Adrian Broner at 140. He's just a good fighter. Mikey Garcia is the kind of guy that you forget, but then when you start looking at everything, you be like, man, this guy is right there in the mix with everybody. My number 1, pound for pound fighter, easy. I give it to Terrence Crawford. Skills, I give Terrence Crawford 27 out of 30 just because of defense. I think she lacks a little bit of defense. You know what I'm saying? So I give him 25 Because I think, he likes defense. He has defense, but his defense is not like, that's not his major prowess. You know what I'm saying? His offense and the switching and the skills is good. In terms of weight classes, this guy is moved up weight classes. He unified a weight class. Dude, I don't care I don't care what you say. Who has it fought? Everybody that he's fought, they called them legit before they fought him. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was gonna have problems with the guy from Ukraine. I can't remember his name right now. That he fought in HBO. The really good guy. You know what I'm saying? But he won that fight. You know what I'm saying? He unified the division and he moved up. And even in division that this guy moved up to 147, and you could just feel the nervousness at 147. I don't see anybody calling him out. Anybody talking shit. I know, wasn't that Danny Garcia that had a beef with Terrence Crawford on Twitter or whatever that was going back and forth? Hey, he's in your weight division now. When are you going to call him out? We could see that fight now. He's number one, Terrence Crawford. Until somebody brings it down. We'll see what happens this year. But that's my list. You guys let me know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Like the video. I'm going to be dropping a lot more videos this year. You know what I'm saying? All I do is I watch fights. I try to predict it. You know what I'm saying? And then I try to break it down after it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get better as a boxing fan. But I do fight myself. I studied Jeet Kune Do. You know what I'm saying? I suggest if you really want to, if you really understand these boxers and this fight game, you know what I'm saying, you need to understand how to get hit too, so you can know that this stuff is not a joke. But 2018, I hope it's a great year for everybody. Get money, take care of your family, be the best you could be, and just do your thing, man. Peace out.